Fox News alert now. House Speaker Paul Ryan may be ready to leave Congress. Axios reporting he will not be seeking re-election. And Politico now says they have two sources saying that Ryan will address Congress and say he's not running for another term.
Okay, that report in Axios also noting his likely replacement just might be our next guest who joins us live from our nation's capital. Ladies and gentlemen, the House Majority Whip, Steve Scalise. Congressman, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to be with y'all.
Okay, so we don't know that this story is true, that the speaker is going to get out of the speakering business. But if that is true, is that a job you would be interested in?
Look, we're getting way ahead of ourselves. Obviously, there's a lot of speculation, right. But I've been real clear for a long time. I don't want to get into speculation. I want to stay focused on our job. And we've got a lot of work to do working with President Trump to get good things done for the economy. And we got to make sure we keep the majority. I know a lot of people are saying, what are they going to run for next year? But it really becomes irrelevant if Nancy Pelosi is Speaker of the House. And clearly, that's what she's intending on doing. And they're raising a lot of money on their side. We need to make sure we hold the House, and we need to make sure we keep working with President Trump to get this economy back on track. And good things are already happening, but there's more we want to do this year.
Right? Have you heard that he is stepping down? If Axios knows and Politico knows, certainly you would know.
Well, you know, there's speculation, and I've spoken with Paul, and ultimately the speaker is going to be giving some comments later today, and I think that's his prerogative.
Yes?
And he's a good friend, and I think,
right.
You know,
so he is speaking later. He is addressing.
I think it's important that he's going to be talking later today, and you know, in the end, we got to focus on keeping this majority because we're doing the things that we were elected to do to get our economy back on track, working with President Trump. And again, I've enjoyed working with President Trump, and we've gotten a lot done, but there's more we need to get done.
But Congressman, would you, as a Majority Whip, so you're saying he is going to speak today. You would think that he's going to speak today because he's got a major announcement to say. He's not going to leave early, but he's not going to be Speaker if you guys keep the majority. Do you worry about the message and for fundraising, because he's such a fundraising fundraising force. Do you worry about the message with a retirement like this to everybody about your optimism about keeping the majority in the House?
Well, Paul's done an incredible job in breaking records as Speaker, and even with a young family. You know, he's maintained his family time on weekends, which is important to me. I focus on the same things on weekends too. But you know, he's done that work, and I don't see anything changing. Look, the people around the country that support Republicans for the House and Senate and ultimately for the White House, they know what's at stake. They know what Nancy Pelosi would do as Speaker. And look, you could go back to 2008 when Barack Obama got elected and Nancy Pelosi was Speaker then. Go look at what they did. We're trying to unravel that mess still today, from Obamacare to Dodd-Frank to so many other things that wrecked our economy. And we're actually getting that back on track, but there's more work to do.
Okay, some of the work you're going to do today, you're going to be one of your committees is going to seat Mark Zuckerberg in front of you from Facebook. He did a lot of apologizing yesterday, saying, yep, we blew it. We're going to do better in the future. What's the one thing you want to know?
Well, where was the concern in 2012 when similar things were happening? You know, what are they going to do to protect privacy of the Facebook users? I think that's something that a lot of people, when they sign up for Facebook, they understand it's a free service, but they also are not quite aware just how their information is being shared with others. And then the other is there a bias in terms of the news that they deliver to people? Is there a bias against conservatives? And, you know, some of that started coming up yesterday, but there's still a lot of questions that I have and others have. And, you know, I'm glad that Mr. Zuckerberg is going to be here. I'm glad that he acknowledged the mistakes, but still a lot lot of unanswered questions.
All right, well, you're going to have 5 minutes. Get ready for that. Steve Scalise joining us from Statuary Hall. 4 minutes. Tick, tick. Thank you, sir.
We might be talking to the next speaker.
Thanks. Great being with you.
All right.
We're going to step aside, go outside, right back in 2 minutes.